Okay, well I ended.
I
the
do
episode.
both.
Alright, who's bringing us in?
Did you guys hear that?
You can bring us in, Will. You haven't brought us in
That
yet.
was so hilarious.
It was so loud.
What the hell was that?
That was my phone. It just randomly decided to make noise.
What? Turn it the fuck off.
It was on vibrate, so I don't know why it made sounds.
Alright.
Maybe because it's an alarm.
Oh yeah.
Before we bring ourselves back in, let me go check and see what the status of my chores is, whether I need to take the dog out or not before we start to do it again so I don't get interrupted like the first time. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That was so funny. Oh god. That was so funny.
Wasn't that funny?
I was laughing. Because that scared the ball.
Oh, hi, Brett.
Hmm?
I said hi, Brett.
Hi.
That scared the balls out of me.
Dropping a bunch of guns. So if you want
Brett,
any
you heard
guns,
him, right? It's invisible.
you're right. It is invisible.
It's just straight up invisible.
Whoa, what the balls did I just do?
I don't know. You
So
told
you
me.
heard what Bell said before, right? It scared the balls out of him.
Did it really?
Yeah.
I figure you just kind of tuned Bell out at this point.
Yep.
Because I say other words to make up for my... Instead of saying, like, curse words, I say other words.
You do understand replacements for curse words have the same sentiment as curse words?
Yeah, but they don't sound as bad.
No, it sounds worse.
No, if I go to my boss and I say...
It sounds worse because, one, it shows that you're afraid to use the curse words. Two, you want to use the curse word. And three, you're too much of a pussy to use the fucking curse word.
No, it just sounds bad.
Two?
It's just like saying, aw, piss.
What's wrong with saying aw piss?
I'm saying that that's better to say aw, piss than to say something
You
else.
understand piss is still, like...
No, it doesn't matter. It's a replacement. Okay. Belle, I need you to think on a cold, logical level like I experience in my everyday life. Which is the fact that when you use a replacement for a curse word, you mean to say the curse word. Like when you say all fudge instead of all fuck.
But I
It's
don't
the
say
same
fudge.
thing. Okay. Just let me have that. Just let's say you use all piss instead of all shit or something. When you say that, you still mean to say shit. It's just you're using a replacement word. And since the curse words themselves don't mean anything, you're still doing the same thing just with a different word. It doesn't
if you go to
change
your
anything.
boss and say, aw, piss, he's not
Depends
gonna
on
be
your
upset.
boss.
No, there's no boss that's gonna be upset for you saying piss.
What? In a professional environment?
Yeah.
I think you're wrong.
Yeah, I think there would definitely be bosses out there that if you were like, you raised your hand and were like, hey, I gotta go take a piss, they'd be like, what? God damn it. You're a little shit. They obviously wouldn't say that, but they'd think that in their mind.
Like, if you just leave the board meeting for a second, like, I gotta go take a piss, like, your CEO would look at you, and he'd be like,
Okay.
that is inappropriate, Mr. xHitoBitez. Get out of the office. You're done for the day. Clean out your desk. We're in the middle of a fucking board meeting. Get out.
What'd Bell do this time?
He
we're
thinks that
talking
saying
about the
piss
replacement
instead
of
of
first
fuck
person.
is, yeah.
What?
Brett, you could do a better job of explaining than I can.
Okay, what was happening is we were talking about how Bell uses other words instead of curse words, like he'll replace aw shit with aw piss. That way it just sounds better in a more professional environment. We were talking about the fact that if you say piss, it's the exact same thing as saying shit, just with a different word. The sentiment doesn't change. He's still meaning to say shit, but he's just changing the word, and that doesn't change a thing. And he's saying, oh, well, your boss wouldn't get mad if you said piss. And me and Will are saying in a professional environment, that'd still probably get him pissed. Him or her pissed.
No, but they'd rather hear that versus a curse.
They'd rather not hear it at all!
Yeah. There's no preferred, unless you really know your boss. Like, then that's an exception.
Yeah, and
but if
even
we're
then-
talking
and
about a
even then-
generalization, they'd rather just not hear it at all.
Yeah, and even if you do like know your boss, like I'm pretty sure they wouldn't want like only if it's like in a private conversation, not like in the middle of like a conversation with like 3 other people on the board.
It all depends, because I mean, curse words.
It really does depend.
Curse words could be used in many different situations to convey many different emotions. In terms, I could start cursing in a casual environment to show that we're all friends here, that this is a comfortable setting, and that it's totally okay. We're all like casual. Or
fuck yeah.
Or I could curse in a setting that I normally wouldn't, to show exclamation towards something, to try and draw attention to one thing, because you think, oh well, he normally wouldn't be saying those words, this is obviously important. Or you could just do it to draw attention, like if you get injured and you just start going, oh shucks, darn, ooh, like it's not gonna be as big a deal if you're just like, fuck, like just scream it.
Petty whistle.
I'm trying to imagine somebody breaking their ankle and going like, oh shucksy doodle.
There goes my cartilage.
Actually, when I'm in pain, I just say, ah. That's it. I don't say any other word besides that.
Obviously, you've never been in deep pain.
No, even
also,
when I am.
Oh, it's not a word.
Dude,
and God,
Brett and Will have heard me in pain.
Oh God, dude, that is the most horrifying
yeah.
scream I can imagine, is whenever you fucking die.
Oh my God, that is... Because that is the only thing I can react to, because all of a sudden, imagine in my position, you're sleeping, you're relaxed, and then instant pain. Instant pain in an area you're not used to having pain, and that's all I could do.
Yeah, you better
Holy
explain that story to the dear viewer.
Oh no, not unless
We're not even in a
up
real
what
episode.
happens.
So, half
But
episodes.
Belle doesn't know what I'm talking about. Belle, occasionally, my legs get horrible Charlie horse cramps.
Yeah.
Do you know what those are?
Yeah, I get them sometimes.
Mine are ridiculously, excruciatingly painful. Like, I won't be able to use my leg properly for a day or two. That kind of pain. Like, I just
I can't understand why, but his are extremely painful, and the normal methods of just stretching your leg out to make it go away, like, don't work for him.
Yeah, they don't. I just have to deal with it for a day. And one night, when I fell asleep on call, I had one of those painful Charlie horses, and Will and Brett were on call, and they just heard me scream in pain. It was painful.
It was kind of scary when it happened, but looking back at it, it's kind of like just funny.
It is kind of funny.
Out of nowhere, just out of nowhere, like this really loud scream.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but like in retrospect, it's a little funny.
I don't blame you. It's fucking hilarious because out of nowhere there's just sudden pain, but it's also kind of worrisome because I think that's the first time you've actually heard me, and it's not often you hear people screaming in actual pain.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's my life with leg cramps, and I've been like last night they had tried I can tell when they're starting up or when they're going to happen. Excuse me, and so I can try and prevent them. And so last night, I just kept getting woken up because I could feel them starting to set in. Like, if I have even the slightest feel of them setting in, I can't stretch. I can't stretch my lower body, just because if I do anything, it'll happen.
So you just gotta do whatever you can, be completely still, is what you're saying.
Yeah, which doesn't work well with sleep, because I have to focus on
There's also... Oh, sorry.
I was just saying I had to focus on not autonomously stretching.
Yeah. There's also the time I got my wisdom teeth out.
I don't think I heard that.
Anyways, can you
I
introduce
think
us?
you were around for that. What?
That was really recent. I think you were around.
It was fairly recent. Not really recent, though. Like
Can you introduce us?
a few months ago, actually.
Yeah, Will, you're introducing.
Alright.
During the summer, I think. I don't remember. Okay. Anyway. Enough of stories of making fun of Bell because he thinks that replacing shit with piss makes a goddamn bit of difference.